Since 1945, humans have stockpiled over 12,000 nuclear weapons, many thousands of times more powerful than those dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They are strong, well-documented scientific and military evidence. The Bible clearly tells us, before the Antichrist is revealed, there are trouble. Three conditions that must be fulfilled. The first condition, humankind must have the power to destroy all life. In the 21st century, humanity has achieved something no other species in history ever has, the ability to destroy all life on Earth. Since 1945, humans have stockpiled over 12,000 nuclear weapons, many thousands of times more powerful than those dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They are strong, well-documented scientific and military evidence that humankind now possesses the capability to destroy all life on Earth, or at least render it uninhabitable for most complex species, including humans. A global thermonuclear war could cause nuclear winter, mass extinction, and collapse of civilization. As of 2025, the US, Russia, China, France, the UK, and others possess over 12,000 nuclear warheads combined. The devastating potential. A full-scale exchange between the US and Russia alone could kill billions and blot out the sun with smoke from firestorms. Carl Sagan and other scientists warn of a nuclear winter where global temperatures drop, agriculture fails, and ecosystems collapse. But the threat doesn't stop there. Biological weapons. Engineering pathogens could surpass natural epidemics and lead to global biological collapse. Synthetic biology now allows the creation or enhancement of viruses and bacteria with unprecedented lethality and transmission. Pandemic potential. A global super pandemic could be unleashed, not by nature, but by human hands. A synthetic virus with high contagion and fatality, for example, airborne Ebola, could kill billions. Some strains could target human DNA or immune systems selectively. Now there's artificial intelligence and autonomous weapons. Militaries are already developing AI-controlled drone swarms capable of targeting humans without oversight. Uncontrolled, super-intelligent AI or autonomous weapons could initiate irreversible destruction. An AI more intelligent than humans, fully aligned with human values, could take control of infrastructure, energy, and weapons. It could eradicate civilization before we realize it's happening. Planetary engineering or space-based weapons. Theoretical but plausible technologies like asteroid deflection reversed or solar mirrors could be weaponized. We can end life on Earth, not by accident, but by design. The Bible clearly tells us, before the Antichrist is revealed, there are three conditions that must be fulfilled. Here's an example showing that a worldwide computer system capable of controlling and monitoring all financial transactions through global financial networks, regulatory systems, and advanced technology. SWIFT network, the backbone of global financial messaging. What is SWIFT? Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication is a global messaging network used by thousands of banks and financial institutions to securely send information and instructions for financial transactions. Its scale and reach connects over 11,000 institutions across more than 200 countries, processes over 42 million messages daily as of 2022. Central control. While not directly controlling funds, SWIFT acts as a centralized communication hub that controls and routes transaction instructions globally. Governments and regulators can monitor or block transactions through SWIFT. Here are real-world examples. In 2012, the EU removed Iranian banks from SWIFT as part of sanctions enforcement. In 2022, Russia was cut off from SWIFT after its invasion of Ukraine, severely limiting its international payment capability. While there isn't a single worldwide computer system that literally controls every transaction, the global financial ecosystem is heavily interconnected by centralized networks like SWIFT, state-backed CBDC, and monitoring systems. These systems collectively enable control, oversight, and intervention across virtually all international financial flows. The second condition, before the Antichrist can appear, a unified global system capable of controlling every financial transaction on the planet. A global system to buy or sell. A global system. The Bible clearly tells us, before the Antichrist is revealed, there are three conditions that must be fulfilled. The third and final condition. The third and final condition, before the Antichrist can appear. Every nation must turn against Israel, and Israel must stand alone. For decades, America's support for Israel was unshaken. The idea that the U.S. would ever abandon Israel was unthinkable. But now, Americans across politics, education, and corporate sectors are increasingly expressing hostility or skepticism toward Israel. Unfavorable public opinion is growing. Pew Research Center March 2025 shows 53% of U.S. adults now view Israel unfavorably, up from 42% in March 2022, with a share holding very unfavorable views doubling from 10% to 19%. Democrats 69% unfavorable versus 37% unfavorable among Republicans. Republicans under 50% view Israel negatively, nearly equal to those viewing it favorably. A Gallup poll February 2025 shows just 46% of Americans sympathize with Israelis, the lowest in 25 years, while 33% now sympathize with Palestinians, the highest ever recorded. At academic institutions, rising campus tension and anti-Semitism has surged. At Columbia University, Jewish students declined admission due to perceived hostility. The university received a D rating on the AD Health's 2024-25 Campus Anti-Semitism Report Card. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services cited Columbia for deliberate indifference toward harassment under Title VI. A recent poll February 2025 found 74% of Jewish college students believe anti-Semitism is widespread on campus. 87% fear anti-Israel activism could lead to violence. Major universities such as Harvard declines in philanthropic giving. 15% drop at Harvard, 21% at UPenn, and a 29% shortfall on Columbia's Giving Day, often attributed to backlash over their handling of Israel-related protests and policy debates. Meanwhile, American corporations, including Lockheed Martin, Caterpillar, Palantir, Google, and Amazon, have been publicly criticized for profiting from Israeli military action. Reports highlight mounting calls for boycotts and legislative pressure to curb arms sales. America is changing at an alarming rate, and as it turns, prophecy may be unfolding before our very eyes.